Welcome back, besties. Welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome. Y'all go ahead and be sure to hit that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed because we are on the road to 100K followers, okay? Besties, we have a new setup tonight. What? Okay, I was trying to get creative and I figured out how to hook my camera. I have the Sony ZV-1F. I figured out how to hook it up to my iMac, and then I could hook my microphone up to my iMac and use those to record podcast style videos. Y'all, I've been wanting to do that for so long, but I couldn't really figure out how to. I couldn't connect the microphone directly to the camera, so I was like, let me try it through the computer, and I did that, and here we are. So we're gonna start doing a lot of these pod style type videos because I really just I don't be having nobody to talk to, so it'd be cool to talk to y'all. And I'm also gonna do them as like vent diaries, like where I'm just venting and talking about stuff. But it'll be like diary style, so that way in a year or two I can come back and watch it and just reflect on how far I've come because I'm about to really be in super grind mode over the next couple years. And y'all know how I get when I really get to working hard because the Lord blessed me today and I was able to get something that we needed on the rent. So, and it was like more than half. So, that was a big blessing because it's been rough, y'all. It's been rough. So I really want to document all of this so I can reflect back on it when we make it to the top because we're going to make it to the top and we are going to get those 100,000 subscribers. So comment road to 100K besties and hit that subscribe button if y'all not subscribed. It is currently Friday, May 31st, and it is 2:03 a.m., y'all. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I am up recording a YouTube video. Okay. So it's a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like a gnat flying by me or something. We live in the country and they done got in the house and I'm trying to get rid of them. But with the house being so big, it's like, it's hard. Because even if it's just a couple, those couple just they bother you, okay? It's driving me crazy. So that's why I'm looking like that. Keeping it real with y'all besties, because y'all know I keep it real. And I got one of those little bug zapper things downstairs on my kitchen counter that I got from TikTok shop because flies too, because the kids won't stay out the backyard. So they're literally going in and out, in and out, in and out. And I swear, I feel like every single time they open the door, a fly just zoom right in. Like every single time, like it might be one time out of 10 that one doesn't come in. So that's been a little crazy and stressing me out. But yeah, like I said, these videos are just going to really be like a vlog style. And I'm just going to vent. But we're not going to be venting like all the time either. Because sometimes it might be like I might just want to talk about the current events and stuff. Like what's going on with your girl, Miss Northwesty, playing Simba on Broadway. Okay, like that's a hot topic right now. So we might talk about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be able to have somebody to talk to because I really don't be having nobody to talk to. Just be me and the kids. So I feel like this is a good way to just release some stress and document our journey. You know what I'm saying? Because the next few weeks and months are going to be a little hectic and crazy because I'm just going to be really working hard and I'm going to be putting more into my content so that way I can grow faster. So I'm kind of excited about that because y'all know this is a passion of mine. So I am going to go super hard about it. But when you're in survival mode, like I've been for so long, like it's hard to focus on other stuff because you're constantly worried about what you're going through and how you're going to fix that. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but if you live in survival mode, you'll get it. You know what I'm saying? And being in survival mode, it's hard to get out of survival mode because even for the like 2.5, almost 3 years that I ran my transfer business, we were doing good. I didn't have to call my baby daddies and ask for no help. My bills was paid. My kids stayed straight. Like we were doing good because I was having 5-figure months. Okay, but I was overwhelmed because I was literally sitting in front of my computer printing transfers nonstop all day, every day. Like, no lie, from the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep, I was printing sublimation transfers. And in between that, I would take little breaks to um, maintain the kids and check on them and feed them and stuff. And then I was also having to continuously make content for my TikTok to keep the orders coming in. So I was posting 5, 6, 7 times a day on TikTok. But it was easy to do that because my posts on TikTok were basically just me printing out my pictures and showing my new designs and stuff. And the reason my transfer business, this is what everybody fails to realize. So let me put y'all on game. The reason why some people do transfer businesses and they don't do as well as others, because others might take off and they might do real successful, because it's kind of like music, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to know how to pick good designs that are gonna go viral and that are very trendy. You can't pick a whole bunch of designs that don't nobody want. You personally might think that they not hot, but somebody else might love the designs. Or what I meant to say is, you might think your designs are all that. You might have so much confidence in your designs, but your customer base doesn't. They don't like your designs. Your designs aren't viral designs. You see what I'm saying? You have to have designs that the customers know that they're going to make money off of. So I might look at a design, and even though I don't like it, like, I don't know, like Western, we'll say Western, because at first I wasn't really into the Western and the cow print and all that. But I bought it because I knew my customers would like it. You see what I'm saying? And it eventually grew on me too. Now I like cow print. So it's kind of crazy. But that's why I was able to do so well with my transfer business, because I just know how to pick out designs very well. And I had customers even tell me, like, I got my own equipment. I could print my own stuff, but I just don't feel like looking for designs and stuff. And you have hot designs. I had several customers tell me that, like, we got our own printers, but you be knowing how to pick those designs that's gonna sell. And then I also had people tell me, man, I wasn't selling nothing until I started using your transfers. And once I started using your transfers, I started getting a whole bunch of orders. So that's why my business did so well, because I had a lot of repeat customers. But y'all, I was overwhelmed because I was trying to do everything myself. Like everything. Like I said, I was up all day printing prints, and then I was making content. Every once in a while I was going live. I had to maintain the kids. It was crazy, and I had got so busy to the point to where at one point my turnaround time was 3 to 4 weeks, because I would just if I ran a sale, I might get 100 orders in a day, 150 orders in a day. Y'all, like, printing all them pictures literally made my eyes go bad. Like, I need to get glasses. I do have some glasses. They're not prescription, but they do help me because they're like reading glasses, but with like a little low percentage. But they do help me a lot, because sitting in front of the computer for all them years, looking at the little tiny icons to find the pictures to print, it like ruined my eyesight. It literally ruined my eyesight. I should have got some like blue light glasses or something. But that was really my downfall with the business. But my it was also I was getting a lot of business on Facebook too. Like I was getting a lot of business from Facebook. Like I wasn't even posting as I had stopped posting on TikTok as much because I would run sales and post them on my Facebook in a Facebook group, and I would catch 100 orders whenever I did a sale, and then I would have to shut the sale down and just print all those orders out for the next week or two. So I ended up getting locked out of my Facebook page. And this was like right after I got my bins, if y'all remember. So that's when everything went like downhill fast because I went from getting 100, orders a week to getting 30. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know if I was getting 30 orders at that point because I had stopped posting on TikTok like that because Facebook was keeping me so busy. So I was basically just sitting there printing Facebook's orders all day. Then I get locked out of my Facebook. And mind you, I was locked out of my Facebook for months. For months I could not get back in. I tried to make another Facebook. They wouldn't. Well, I was able to make another Facebook, but I couldn't post anything for sale. I couldn't use Marketplace, none of that, because it was like a brand new account and they just wouldn't let me sell. Oh, no, the group I was in wouldn't let me sell because I was a new page and I had just joined the group, and they said you had to be in the group a certain amount of time before you could sell or whatever. So like that really hurt. That really hurt. And then we was going through so much other stuff, and that was just like the downfall. And that's why I gave up my transfer business because I was just so overwhelmed with it, and it burnt. I got burnt out. That's why I keep saying if I do go back into transfer business, I'll only be doing screen prints. So that way I can just order my inventory, promote it, and ship it out. Like I'm not gonna be sitting at the computer printing all day long. And another reason why my business took off and it did so well was because when I first started my transfer business, it was like 2020 when COVID had just hit. It was like no, it was like, yeah, it was like the beginning of 2021, the end of 2020. Yep. Because in 2020, that's when I started getting all my equipment and stuff. But my business really took off like around the holiday season for 2020 going into 2021. And at that time, if y'all remember, we was going through all type of chip shortages and everything else. It was super hard to find the Epson Eco tanks. Now they're everywhere. But then it was super hard to get an Epson Eco tank because there was just a shortage of them. And when they would get them, they would get maybe one or two. They was always sold out online. So you couldn't even find the basic ones. But I had got a basic one, and then I looked up and I got the 8550, and that was when it first came out. Like they didn't even have ink for it yet. I was waiting on Cosmos ink to get ink for the 8550. So I had the printer put up in my closet for like 2 or 3 months while Cosmos got the ink because Angelo had made a video, the owner of Cosmos, and he was like, yeah, we just got the 8550 in. We're about to have the ink for it. It's a really good printer. I called my Office Depot up the street, and they just happened to have one in stock. I flew up there. I flew up there and I got my 8550, even knowing I didn't even have any ink I could put in it because you needed that photo black and the gray. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to get it because Angela already said he was going to get the ink for it. So I'll just put it up in the closet until he get the ink. So when he got the ink, I did videos with the printer and I was on TikTok and stuff with the printer. Mind you, nobody could get printers because they were sold out everywhere because they were back ordered because it was COVID and we just didn't have stuff like that, if y'all remember. So when I was doing my videos with the printer, everybody was so interested in it because nobody really had it. And then my colors were popping. That's one thing I didn't play with. My colors was always popping. So that's another reason. But y'all see, I just be rambling on. Like all the podcasts won't be like this, but a lot of them will. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, that's how my transfer business really took off. And then, like I said, I really know how to pick out designs. So that helps a lot too, because I seen a girl when I first started my transfer business and I had first got screen prints and stuff. She was trying to ask me for my vendor and stuff. And I really didn't share my vendor at the time because when you're doing screen prints and stuff, it's a good business. So people don't be wanting to tell their vendors, but I'm going to tell y'all, it's not as hard as you think to find a vendor. But some people just want the information and they don't want to waste money going to a BS vendor. And they want to know for sure which vendor is good. That's why my vendor list be doing okay on my digital product website. But yeah, so like my business would have been still booming to this day if I would have just hired help. I just really needed someone in there working with me. But my issue was the kids were younger then. My issue was I really didn't have anybody I really didn't have anybody I could call to help me that I could have around the kids because my kids be turning up, y'all. So I was just like, nah, I'm gonna do it by myself. I was hoping to maybe get into like a storefront, but not even really sell out the storefront, just be able to work in the storefront. And then I could have gotten someone to come and work with me there instead of coming to my actual home. And that would have worked out well because I was making enough to get the storefront. And if I would have got the storefront would have increased my sales. But we had a good run. You know what I'm saying? We really did have a good run. And I could start that business up right now because I know how to work that business. You see what I'm saying? So I could start that business up right now and make some good income with it. But it does cost a good bit to start that type of business because you want to get a good bit of inventory. But if you're just starting out, you really probably don't even need a lot of inventory because you really don't have a lot of customers. Like me, I know I would need a lot of inventory because it's going to sell fast, especially because I would take my time and make sure I pick some real hot designs. And another thing is with screen prints, you don't want to go crazy with holiday prints because you'll mess around like I did. And that's what really messed me up too. I had invested so much into Valentine's Day prints because I was like, oh, they're going to sell out ASAP because I was getting so many orders. I was like, they're going to sell out ASAP. And it was like, I didn't even have that bulk of screen prints for a month before I got locked out of my Facebook. And then I could barely even sell them. And then Valentine's Day came up. Like once February 1st hit, I knew I'm going to be stuck with all these transfers because Valentine's Day is February 14th. Your orders are going to start slowing down around February 1st, February 5th because shipping, you know what I'm saying, and trying to get it out. Like you'll get a few last minute orders, maybe around the 7th or the 8th, of people just willing to risk it and try. But I was shipping 2 day priority mail, and if you lived in Cali or somewhere like that, it was like 3 day. But I shipped all packages priority because with first class, you just have too many issues when you're shipping out that many packages. Because when you're shipping out a couple hundred packages a week, and you're shipping first class mail, y'all know how first class mail is. They call it snail mail, okay? So you're going to have some packages stuck in transit and you're going to have customers constantly emailing you, where's my package? Where's my package? Because I went through that when I first started because I was doing first class mail. And then once my orders started picking up, I realized, okay, we're not about to do this. I'm going to up my shipping price because y'all about to get priority mail. But you going to get your prints super quick. So that's what I did with that. But the transfer business is good. And like I said, I'd be willing to do it again if, not if, when I get more screen prints. Like I would be willing to do that again. And then at this point, I think I could find somebody to come in and just help me pack up screen print orders if it gets too much. Because that's all I really need is just somebody to help me pack up orders when the orders really start rolling in. And depending on the type of employee I find, I might be willing to do maybe like sublimation bundles, but that's only if the employee is willing to print. Because I'm not gonna print. I'd rather pay somebody to print. I'd rather pay somebody to sit there and print my transfers because I just it 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 messed with my anxiety. Like I have bad anxiety, and the sublimation really started messing with my anxiety because I probably printed hundreds of thousands of sublimation transfers. It really messed with my anxiety, like, and then I would keep so many new designs on my website, so I would drop like every week. So every week when I dropped, I'd have to drop 100 to 150 designs on my website, maybe even 200, because you're talking about I'm dropping t-shirt transfers, I'm dropping tumbler transfers, and I'm dropping mug transfers. So I got to put all of them designs on mock-ups. Now this would take a full day. This right here would take a full day of me downloading all the pictures. That wasn't too hard. Putting them all on their respective mock-ups. And then you have to make a listing for each one. And what I would do is I would make a basic t-shirt transfer listing, and then I would just duplicate it, drop in the new mock-up, and change the title of the mock-up. Save it, duplicate it, erase the title, and just keep going. But imagine doing that all day long for hours straight with like 200 pictures. Like I would have to take breaks because it would be like I was in there like shaking. Like it would like I started getting panic attacks while uploading my website. That's why towards the end I wasn't uploading my website a lot, because after doing 30 or 40 of those listings, like literally my hands would start shaking and I would feel flutters like I was getting real live panic attacks. So I'm not doing sublimation again unless and then I can play an employee to print out those pictures. But yeah, so that's what I talked for 20 minutes almost about the transfer business, because I did like doing transfers because I was helping so many other businesses as well. And I met a lot of small business owners doing that, you know what I'm saying? So I could do that. I could do that again, but it'll only be screen prints for real, for real. I'd be willing to do DTF if I get a DTF vendor that is willing to collab on a DTF printer. But it have to be a good one too. So, because I don't want to be referring a cheap BS printer to y'all. So, because a lot of people buy the printers I tell them to buy because they know I know my printers. And y'all can tell, yeah, listen, y'all, I ain't never steered y'all wrong. The printers I be telling y'all to get, they are very good equipment. You might have to pay a little bit more for them, but it's going to be some good equipment that is going to give you some good quality results. Am I lying? I no lies told. But yeah, the transfer business was cool, you know what I'm saying? But I'd be willing to do it again just because that's extra income and stuff. I can feel it, film it. It's part of my content and stuff. And then I could grow it enough to the point to where I really didn't have to do anything. Like I could just pay employees to run the business. And basically the only thing I would have to do is promote it. And then I could even get help promoting it, but I would still want to be the face of the brand and promote. So I would still do that. But yeah, anyway, enough about transfers. I just dropped a few gems and stuff if you thinking about doing transfers. But yeah, I want to do that, and then I also want to. I talked about this before. I also want to get my GED when the girls go back to school, and think about getting my not thinking, but pursuing my real estate license, because I could take the real estate course now, but I can't sit for the state exam unless I have my GED. So that's something I really want to do. So we'll see how that goes, because by that time it'll be like August, September ish. And I'm thinking by then I may already have the transfer business going. And then I also want to do a business with the kids. Like that's something that I've really been wanting to do because that's something that they can focus on and keep going. And they can, when they're grown, they can have that. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to do something with the kids and with the girls because I have all girls. I'm a girl mom. So we'll probably do like a natural hair care line because I'm not going to lie, y'all, over the past few years, it's just been rough and I haven't even been doing their hair the way I need to. But I have ordered some stuff from the TikTok shop. This is Basque and Leather Co. That's Baskin Leather Co. They are a black owned brand, a black owned business, and they have went viral on TikTok Shop. And y'all know we are boycotting Eben or whatever, so that everybody keep talking about Basque and Leather Co. as a good alternative. So y'all shop with them. This is the scalp stimulator hair growth. So I'm gonna use this in all of our hair so we can start maintaining it. And then I also want to get some more of their products. And then I also have, I'm trying to let the camera focus, some Jamaican black castor oil. If you know, you know. Like, I ain't even gonna tell y'all about this. Like, this is good. So I'm also gonna start using this in our hair. And then this other brand on TikTok Shop, they sent me some, like a little whole little kit of stuff, and I looked them up. They got good reviews and they seemed okay, and then they don't have all them strong chemicals and stuff in them. So I'm gonna try that brand out as well. But for real, I really just use Aussie on the girls' hair, the Aussie for kids, and it works well for me. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm just gonna keep a lot of oil in it, and I'm gonna try to get it to grow. And then I am going to do some research and make some um, homemade hair care. So that way I can just start making it in bulk because it is so many of us over here. So we'll start making it in bulk, and that'll give us the opportunity to sample it out, take pictures, see how our hair grows, see what our hair likes, what it doesn't like. And then after we figure that out, we can go ahead and start marketing that. And like I said, I have all girls. Right now they're young, so they can do the hair care line, and they also want to do their own YouTube. So to start out, I'll probably do them like a group YouTube where they can all do videos together. And once that starts growing, then they can get their own separate YouTubes if they want to. And for that, I'll probably just record their videos and just hire an editor, like off a favor or something, to edit it. And then we'll push it like that. So that's going to be good because the kids love to be on camera. They're not going to be dropping videos every single day. Like, they might drop 1 to 2 videos a day. You know what I'm saying? If they really love it, we might let them drop maybe 3, but I don't want to overwhelm them with recording. But the good thing about the kids' content is you could really just record them playing for an hour or two. I can record them outside playing in the backyard for an hour or two. A really good editor is going to be able to chop that up and make it into a good video for me. So that's what we're going to do with the kids. So I do have a lot planned, but it's just been so hard to really focus on that stuff, y'all, because I'm always constantly in survival mode. So if you have some tips on how I can get out of survival mode, y'all let me know. Let me know down in the comments because it's hard. But that's what I was saying. I thought about what I was going to say before I started talking all the way about the transfer business. Even when I was doing so well with the transfer business, I was still kind of like in survival mode. It's crazy because even when you're doing well, if you're so used to being in survival mode, it's hard to kind of get out of that survival mode. I was still worried. I was still stressed. It might have been maybe a good year that I was okay and I wasn't really in survival mode. But it was like when everything started going downhill and I got locked out of my Facebook right after getting my bins because I was making 5 figures a month. And it was just like, it was a traumatic experience, and it was like because I was like thrust right back into that survival mode. I was just doing good, and then next thing I know, I'm like out here stressed out, and I'm not making nothing. I could barely pay my car note and my car insurance. What? So it went from making five figures, having a six-figure business, a thrust back into survival mode. And I know if I would have just hired help, it probably would have went a lot better. So I know that feeling when I'm about to get overwhelmed because I know success is coming. And if you're a go-getter and you're used to always succeeding at stuff, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like an anxious feeling you get. You get real nervous. It's like a mini panic attack because you see yourself doing well. You're growing, you're doing well. And you know in the back of your head that you're about to blow up and do good as hell. Okay? And you starting to get overwhelmed because you start to feel intimidated and scared because you know what's to come with that. So every time I get that nervous feeling, I know good things are about to come. So that next time I get that nervous feeling, I'm just going to go ahead, and even if I just hire a personal assistant, then I'm going to do that. Like I was starting to get that way in the apartment because I was getting so many packages and free gifted collabs and stuff, but the money wasn't adding up. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting 100 packages a month, but I'm not making the commission that I need to be making off of it. And I know I probably would have did better had I got me like a little manager or went with a marketing agency or something. And I've been thinking about doing a TikTok shop agency too, y'all. But at the same time, I'm just so over TikTok shop right now because it's just so much going on with TikTok shop, and they're constantly changing up the rules and all of that. And then another thing with the TikTok shop is it's so easy to get violations. Like it's so easy to get violations when you're in TikTok shop because those TikTok shop videos have to be a certain way. Like you can't mention another comparable brand. So say I was doing a video, I couldn't say, "Oh, this Baskin Leather Co. is way better than this. I don't like this," and down this brand. You can't do that. You can't show comparable brands in the video. Like with the kids, I just learned this recently. Kids can't be in any videos without an adult. Whenever a kid is in the video for a TikTok shop product, an adult has to be in the frame with them the entire time that they're in the video. I just learned that. And then what's another one? Oh, you cannot say the word dupe. Like that's what I caught my first six violations for because I had got this perfume from the TikTok shop. I can't remember which one it was. It was one of those over there in Arabic scent. And they was comparing it to a Dior perfume. So I was watching the videos of the perfume to see how I wanted to promote it. And everybody was calling it a Dior dupe for the perfume or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay. And they got it wrote out on the screen and everything. So I was like, oh, okay, well, everybody else doing it. I'm going to do it anyway, even though I knew. Even though I knew, I still tested TikTok, and they flagged me instantly and hit me with 6 violation points. And those violation points stay on your account for 90 days and they suppress your video. And then I just got one violation point the other day. I can't even remember what I got that 1 point for. Let me see, y'all, because I want to be very specific. Let's see. And they didn't appeal my approval. Oh, because I had did a video on TikTok of where I had made some chicken cheese dip, and I basically just showed the buffalo chicken dip in the pot, but in the pan, and you could see the outside of the pan, but I guess since it wasn't the full pan or the pan set, and I guess I wasn't talking about it, but I tagged the product, they gave me a violation point for that. What did they say? Irrelevant product promotion. And I got 1 point. And what else did it say? Okay, results. Video traffic suppression, one violation point assigned, all products were removed from the video. So that's what it looked like when you get a violation. And that's the little video right there. You can see the pot. But that wasn't good enough for TikTok. That wasn't good enough for TikTok. So they hit me with a violation point. Yes, they did. And then I got the other 6 points, like I said. 6 violation points assigned. The video has been removed from TikTok. They took that one down. All products were removed from the video. It says the reason the content posted contains unauthorized usage of a trademark, because I said Dior. Because I said either dupe or Dior. It says details. The TikTok shop strictly prohibits the unauthorized use of any third-party intellectual property rights. This includes patent infringement, which violates our TikTok shop intellectual property policy. So yeah, I can't even show y'all that video because they deleted the video. It's probably saved on my phone though, but I don't feel like looking through my phone unless it's a couple minutes long, because I did just delete my phone. But yeah, I done lost some followers because I've got 40.4. I wish they showed us who we be losing. I think those be bots that they be wiping out that we be losing. Or maybe banned accounts or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know how much longer I'm going to do the TikTok shop reviews. I might just do them every once in a while. So that way, like if I see an item I just really want, or something for the kids or something for the dog, I might just accept it. But I'm not going to start. I've even slowed down now. I'm not going to just keep accepting all of these products, because I just don't want my content to be all about y'all's products. I need to start pushing my own products and my own stuff. So I think I was even thinking about deleting my TikTok shop affiliate account, to where I can't even apply for samples and stuff. So that way I'm just in straight creator mode, but I could still do like gifts and gifted collabs and stuff like that, because I have my email address on my page, and a lot of sellers are Amazon sellers. So I could do it that way and just promote my Amazon storefront. So I was thinking about doing that because the TikTok shop money ain't adding up. And then I just heard a new thing on TikTok. Let me tell y'all the tea. Hold on. We used to think it was so good to give these brands your ad code. But let me tell you, you got to be very careful and make sure you get in right in your agreement with the brand once you give them the ad code. Because I just learned recently, and a lot of creators are just realizing recently, that when you give a brand that spark code, that ad code attached to your video so they can boost it and run videos, it also lets them be able to change the commission on the product. So say you was promised a 15% commission and the product starts doing super well, they might drop your commission down to 8%. I seen one creator say she ain't make no commission because they ended up dropping her commission down to nothing. Like she had to get a lawyer involved because the product had went viral. So she had supposed to made like $30,000-$40,000 because she made the company a couple $100,000 and they didn't want to pay her. And a lot of creators are having issues with these brands not wanting to pay out the commission because the products are going viral and they don't want to spend 30,000-40,000. How you don't want to spend $30,000-$40,000 on your creator? You're already getting the product for pennies on the dollar, because a lot of them are coming from China anyway. So you're making a 85% profit margin. Let's be real, because you're ordering in huge bulks, and y'all don't want to pay the creators. It's out, it's out astounding to me. or whatever that word is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm getting so tired. Look, I got bags up under my eyes because I have not slept, y'all. Like, over the past week, I have maybe slept, I have maybe slept maybe a combined total of 12 to 13 hours probably. So I'm probably going to get ready to lay down in a minute. And we're going to do more videos like this because, like I said, this is just like a vent and talking. Like, I done talk 40 minutes. And I like talking like this where I'm not taking notes or I'm not vlogging and stuff. I'm just sitting down talking. And I'm really just doing this. This is like a mental a diary. And it's also like for my mental health. Because when I just need somebody to talk to, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to turn this camera on. Or it's not always going to be like sad and depressing. I don't know what I'm going to do and all this other stuff. Like I said, sometimes we'll talk about the current events. Like, oh, Miss Westy as the Lion King. And I don't even blame her. You cannot blame Northwest for her being Simba in the Lion King. I blame her parents. Her parents threw her to the wolves. That child was not ready to be on a Broadway show. You have kids out there that spend their entire lives working and training to get on Broadway, and they are super talented. Super talented. I blame the parents and I blame the directors of the show for even letting that go down. Because that's for real, for real. And the 30th anniversary, and they said them tickets costed 3 to 6. Some of them costed $3,000 to $6,000. And you got Northwest on the stage in the yellow Kanye West outfit, cause you know that wasn't the Simba outfit. They swapped out the outfit for something Kanye-ish. Okay, so what, Guppy? Go lay down, mommy coming. Go ahead. So yeah, that wasn't right. That wasn't right. They threw that child to the wolves. So I blame that on the parents and I blame that on the producers of the show. North was not ready for Broadway. North was not ready for Broadway. I mean, Blue Ivy is barely ready for Broadway, but she could pull it off because she has talent. You know what I'm saying? And she's been on that stage, on tour. So she could probably pull off that Simba on Broadway. But North wasn't ready for that role. And I seen a lot of people comment online like, she's really, really good at drawing and art. So why wouldn't they put her all into that? Like, that's what they should do. But I guess they feel like, let her try whatever she want to try. So she looked happy on the stage. God bless her. Okay, because she looked happy. She was enjoying herself. But the backlash, I just pray she don't see all the comments online. But how could she not hear about all the comments online? Because you know North is online all the time. So I don't know what she said because I got all the Kardashians and Wests and Taylor Swift's, Beyonce. All of them is blocked because I started blocking celebrities for that blackout trend or whatever. But yeah, we'll start talking about stuff like that. Like, what am I going to do tomorrow, y'all? Tomorrow, today. Today is Friday, and I need to get up and make some calls. And I got to do some videos because I got a lot of TikTok shop videos. I got some of those wrinkle eye patches to go up under my eyes. I got those 2 oils for my hair. I got this a pore cleansing oil. It's supposed to remove your makeup and stuff. It's a makeup remover. I got that to do. And what else? Oh, I got a pajama set of 3 pajamas I need to do. I got a treadmill behind me, like the one you can just roll around and push up under your desk. I got one of those I need to do. And then I got this dress, the karaoke machine. I need to start making my lists again. Oh, the sunglasses. Yeah, I got to start making my lists again because when I was getting a lot of products in, I will make a list of all of the products that I need to film and all of the products that were on the way. And then I'd have a third list of products that I wanted. So I wouldn't have to continuously think about it. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow when I wake up. I'm gonna get up and start my list and stuff, y'all. But if y'all watch the video this far in, it's like 45 minutes in. After I do my edits and stuff, it'll probably still be 40 minutes at least. If y'all watch the video this long, let me know what type of content y'all want in the podcast and stuff. And like I said, it's really just basically a diary to myself so I can remember everything. Okay. And we are going to talk about hot topics and other stuff like that because I want to kind of switch up my content and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we will talk about that. And I'll probably figure out some other stuff we can talk about in the podcast. We'll put, I love business. So we'll probably talk about small businesses and stuff like that in the podcast. But for real, it's just going to be like me sitting down talking like, oh my God, y'all, guess what happened this week? Like, da 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 da. So that's basically how it's going to be, just me kicking it, okay? Especially since I figured out how to hook up my microphone and record with my microphone and my camera. Like, we litty, okay? And this will help me drop a lot more content quicker because I won't have to edit as much and I can just sit down and talk, you know what I'm saying? So that'll motivate me a lot more to turn my camera on. But let me go ahead and go to sleep because it's already 2:45. I haven't really ate much today, so I do want to go downstairs and just warm me up something real quick that I can eat. And then I'm going to lay down and fall asleep watching my Netflix because I got this show I'm watching on Netflix called Designated Survivor. I had started it a while ago and stopped. So I just recently started it over and it's getting good. So I'm going to watch that until I fall asleep. So I probably won't be asleep till like almost 4 o'clock because I'll probably watch one whole episode of that. And then I will be back up at like 8, 9 o'clock because I got to figure out the business tomorrow because I need to holler at my landlord. You know what I'm saying? So I need to be up early for that. And then I need to get this content done. I need to do a live stream with my jewelry that I got. But it was crazy because like around 9 o'clock when I really wanted to go live, because I was going to say I was going to go live tomorrow with the jewelry, but I was going to go live tonight promoting my digital products. But like at like 9 o'clock, maybe even 8:30. Okay, no, it was 9 because the girls came inside about 7:45, 8 o'clock. So it was about 9 o'clock. I got like super sleepy. Like I started feeling exhausted because y'all know I drink a lot of Red Bulls. So I was probably like crashing off the Red Bulls. And then I hadn't had no sleep. Like I only slept last night for like 3 or 4 hours. And I was up at like 8 o'clock this morning, so I haven't really had no sleep. The stress been just unreal. So I wasn't even able to go live or make any more content because I felt my body saying, girl, you tired. You tired. I literally had to drink another Red Bull in order to get that crash feeling off of me because at the time the kids were still wide awake because the sun don't go down here to like between 8 about 8, 8:15, maybe 8:30. So they was still wide awake. They had just came inside. They hadn't even had showers yet. So once I started feeling that crash, I got a Red Bull. I got up when I put the kids in the shower, told them to take their showers. I went downstairs, I fixed their dinner and stuff. So by the time they got out the shower, they ate. And then I got them wind down a little bit. But now I'm just up because I had that last Red Bull to stop the crash. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to work on too over the next few weeks. I'm going to try to stop drinking so many Red Bulls. Like, I'm a, I'm trying to switch it up with like iced coffee or something. Make like some iced coffee. I'm going to look up some good caramel frappuccino iced coffee recipes because I want to learn. That's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna learn how to make my favorite Starbucks drink since I'm boycotting Starbucks. So I'm gonna Google some recipes and save my favorite one, and I'm gonna start making those. Cause I got a blender. I got a Ninja blender that I've had for years, and I don't even use it. So I'm gonna start using it. Okay. I wouldn't even need a blender if I could just get a nugget ice maker. Cause I gotta figure out how to reset our ice maker. Cause it's not working. But yeah, it's like 3 a.m. I done talked to y'all for almost an hour because it say 50 minutes on the screen. So I keep looking up because I'm monitoring the camera through the computer because it's hooked up to the computer. So that's why I'm doing that. But yeah, as y'all can see, I'm getting tired. I was just so excited that I finally figured out how to use the microphone with the camera so I could do pod style. So I was like, I'm about to record a video. I'm about to record a video at 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, that's what we did. We recorded a video at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I started talking, and I can't stop. It's crazy, but I am exhausted, y'all. Like now, I'm going through that next crash again. I be wanting to order me some wine and maybe drink like a glass of wine every now and then, but being real, excuse me, hold on. Being real, I haven't drank like that in years, and because when I was a dancer, I drank a lot. Like it was my job to go into the club and drink. Now, there was some girls in there that didn't drink, but I had to drink, okay? And I used to drink. I could outdrink a lot of them dudes that came in there because I was in there drinking so much, and we was drinking Patron and stuff like that. And I slowed down on drinking when I got pregnant with Raya. I would still, like, after I had Raya, I would still, like, maybe party on the weekends and maybe through the week a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I was never alcoholic. Like, I was able to cut it off whenever I wanted to cut it off. But it was just the environment I was in, so I was drinking. So it was like, once I got pregnant with Guppy just turned 4, so I was pregnant with her for 10 months, so it's been almost 5 years. And that's when COVID hit. So once I got pregnant with Guppy, I decided, because I had Guppy February of 2020. So as soon as we got out the hospital, the world got locked down. So a lot of stuff changed for me, but I had already started making a plan that I was going to change anyway because I was like, okay, I got my 4th kid. My baby daddy ain't doing right. I was just like, let me just focus on my kids and get my life together, and then I'll date again. And here we are 5 years later, and I'm still trying to get my life together and focus on my kids. More than half that time, I've been doing okay, and I did have my life together for a good little minute. But it was just a chain of events that just turned everything. That's why when I be up, I still be trying to be humble because I know that the tables can always turn. And also, COVID taught us that the tables can always turn because something big could happen. And you see how many people lost their jobs or lost their lives during COVID. So when I be up, I be humble because I know what it feels like to be at the bottom. But the crazy part is, like all successful people, they failed a lot of times before they finally succeeded. And you know what makes a winner? A person that never quits. There is no success without failure. Some of the greatest have failed several times. Look at Donald Trump. He's a very smart businessman. And look how many times he filed bankruptcy. I can't count on one hand how many times he's filed bankruptcy. He's filed bankruptcy several times. He just got found guilty today. And so I don't know what that's going to be about. You know what I'm saying? I was even considering voting for him because I'm so over Joe, because it's just like the economy has been trash since Joe's been in office. When Trump was in office, I was succeeding very well. And it's like once Biden came, it's like things started going downhill for me. But I was doing okay. Like, I was doing okay when Biden first got in office. Halfway through his presidency is when, okay? So, yeah, I was considering voting for Trump. But at the same time, I was a little cautious too because Can't forget the Capitol attacks, you know what I'm saying? And how racism was just like acceptable kind of when he was president. That was a little weird and strange and scary. So yeah, but at the same time, the economy is so bad. Like, could we survive another 4 years of Joe? Let's be real. Could we survive another 4 years of Joe in this administration? This economy is so, so bad. They are doing nothing to help us. Food is expensive. People can't even afford McDonald's now. People can barely afford rent. I know people who make figures, six figures, and are struggling, and are struggling. In the past year, a good chunk of Americans was completely, in the past 2 years, a good chunk of Americans were completely pushed out of the housing market because prices went up so much and the interest rates are so high. That's why I started to GoFundMe. Like, man, y'all help me buy a house. I ain't asking for somebody to donate $500,000 to me. If I could just get 100,000 of y'all to donate $5, we could come together, and then I could help other moms start their GoFundMe's. What? All you gotta do, if I seen a mom online, like, yo, I'm struggling, I want some stability for my kids, I started to GoFundMe to purchase a house, and all I'm asking for you to do is donate $5 and share the post. I would donate that $5 as long as it was in my account. I sure would. If it was my last $5, I would send it to that mom. I'd be like, man, I felt that. I felt that, but it's you have to you have to you have to go through it to really get it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know the struggle, and that's good. That's very good. But you have to really go through the struggle, and I don't mean a little struggle. I mean a struggle, struggle. Slept in your car with your kids type struggle. Like that type of struggle, it change you. It make you different. So I know I'm gonna succeed. I know I am. I know I am. God is preparing me. He is putting me in line to be very successful. And this time around, I'm gonna do it right. Like I learned a lot with the transfer business and just earning that much income because I was making six figures with my transfer business. So I was in a whole different tax bracket. Okay. Like when it was time to file, I didn't file till like April something because I was scared. Because I knew I was going to owe. Okay. So it's different when you're at that level. And I know God gave me a taste and I wasn't doing right. So he said, slow down. And now I'm seeing and I'm learning and he's preparing me for the success that is headed our way. I just got to find a good teammate. Like, like if I had a man that genuinely loved me and my kids and was there to help me and stuff, boy, I'd already be rich. I'd already be rich. I'd make us rich, okay? Just having that weight lifted off of my shoulder, not having to always live in survival mode because I know somebody got my back. I know somebody will have my back because right now I can't say it's one person on this earth that I know has my back. And when I say has my back, of course, a lot of y'all care about me. Y'all love me. Y'all would help me. But when I say has my back, like, oh, you need 6,000 for your rent? I got you. Here you go. Oh, your kids need this? I got you. Here you go. And with that type of help, I could be okay. And then I could be contributing to a lot more. And a lot of people have that type of help because they may have a husband or they have good family support. Good family support is priceless because if you and your auntie close and she's straight, she's not gonna see you get evicted. If you're behind on rent 1 month, They're going to help you out. You know what I'm saying? They're going to make sure you're straight. Oh, your kids need something, but you ain't got it right now. They're going to make sure you straight. You know what I'm saying? That good family support. Like, it's just nothing. But with my family, it's not like that. Like, because I grew up with my grandparents, so I kind of grew up away from all of my family. And I really, to be honest, don't even know them a whole lot. Like, we talk on Facebook and all that, but uh-uh. And then I have my little sister. That's the only person out the family that I really, really talk to. But she's in New York, and she's going through a lot of stuff herself. So I'm praying for her as well. I'm praying for her as well. And I'm praying God send her a miracle because she got 4 kids just like me. She got 2 girls, and then she got a set of twin boys that just turned a year old. And then it's harder in New York because everything costs so much more in New York. But she's been there her whole adult life since she was a little kid. So she's able to adapt to it and maintain because she's used to that. But yeah, that's the only family that I really talk to. Like, I talk to my dad maybe once a year, maybe twice a year. He's old as dirt. He lives in Richmond, and I didn't really grow up around him. But I respected him because he did apologize when I did start going around him as a teenager and said, look, I'm sorry I wasn't there, but I'm here now. And the one thing I can say about my dad is my dad is very humble. He's very humble and he's very easygoing. Well, at least with his kids. Like, people in the street might be like, oh, your dad is a feisty little one. But with us, he's very humble and affectionate, and he will show his love. He'll tell you, you know what I'm saying? So it's different from my mom. You know what I'm saying? My mom she just had a real bad attitude, you know what I'm saying? Like, before she died, she didn't even tell all her kids goodbye. She didn't even tell all her kids goodbye. And she died, like, still holding grudges towards her kids. Like, how you mad at us? But you gave all of us away. And then she had our little brother, and she put him on a pedestal and didn't even really kept him away from us. And that was the child she treasured. Like, my family is a life story. If y'all want a story on that, we'll talk about that another time. Leave that down in the comments because we are an hour in and I done just started talking. But yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like, if I had a teammate that was like really there for me to help catch me quickly when I fall instead of me hitting rock bottom, falling like, I'm like, whoa. Like, if I had somebody to catch me when I stumble, you know what I'm saying? And just give me that advice so I don't stumble, so I can see the mistakes that I'm making, because they might see it from the outside looking in and be like, oh, okay, hold on a second. You know what I'm saying? Slow down. You need some help with this. They can help when I start getting that nervous, overwhelming feeling. Like, but it's okay. I know I'm going to find my person one day. It's been 5 years since I ever been with somebody, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm going to do that probably in the next video like this. We'll talk about it because I've been celibate for 5 years now. So I think that would make a good podcast. So that'll be my first official podcast, how to be celibate for 5 years. But I'm not going to lie because I had just had Kaya. Desi was 1 and Raya was 3. Yeah, I just had Kaya. Desi was 1. Raya was 3, and then Yanni was like 10. So, and then I had a brand new business I had just started. So the past couple years, I've just always kept myself busy, and then I'm a homebody. I don't go out. I don't, like I was saying earlier, I don't drink like that. I haven't really drank since pre-pandemic, okay? So I just be in the house. So it's kind of even hard to meet anybody because I'm always in the house. And I tried that online dating stuff. My anxiety is too bad for that because I don't want to meet anybody crazy. So I'd rather do it the old fashioned way, meeting somebody in the street. And then what you see is what you get. You can't tell online if it's a catfish or not. So yeah, I don't do the online dating and stuff. So yeah, it might be, I'm not going to say it's going to be another 5 years, but it might be another year or two. Because at the same time, I don't date at the same time or even try because I'm going through a lot right now. And I don't want to put all that baggage on a man. Like, damn, he gonna be like, damn, your credit's messed up. You got this debt. You're behind on your bills. You got all these kids. So I don't even want to date right now because I know I'm not going to get the type of man that I honestly deserve. So I'm waiting until I really better myself. I get my life together. I get my credit back on track. My kids are doing good. They're a little bit older. And then I'll be ready to date. So I'll say I'll probably give myself another 2 years. So we're probably looking at maybe 7 years celibate. Unless I happen to meet a little friend or something in between time. But I doubt that because it's been 5 years and I haven't met anybody yet. But at the same time, I do be walking around looking crazy sometimes. Like, crazy. So I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to start doing my hair, doing my makeup, because you never know who you're going to run into. I might have ran into my future husband and he probably walked right past me because he ain't recognize me. So yeah, I'm going to stop doing that. But at the same time, I haven't really been looking either. So that's another reason why I just don't be caring. But I'm going to start doing that stuff for myself. But yeah. But I know it's going to be at least another year, maybe two. Because like I said, I just don't want to put all this baggage on a man. Like I want to have myself at least somewhat stable when it even thinking about trying to find a man and dating again. Like I want to have myself at least somewhat stable so that way he don't feel like, oh, I'm just in it for the help. I don't want, or I don't want him to be like, oh, you wouldn't have bounced back if it wasn't for me. So no, I want to make sure that I'm doing okay and I am successful. And then while I'm going through this, how I look like dating. Like, no, I don't need to be dating. I don't need to be worried about a man and doing all that when my goal needs to be getting my life straight, getting my businesses up and off the ground and running strong and fixing my credit and just getting out of this hole that we've been in and getting my kids right, making sure they all the way happy. And then when me and the girls are right and happy as a family, then I'll be ready to date again. So we're probably looking at a year to two before I even think about it. And then I have girls. So I got to be extra picky. Like I'm running background checks and all on you, bruh. Especially if you're going to be around my kids all the time. If you're going to be around my kids all the time, yeah. I need to make sure you good, okay? So, and then it's going to be a while before he can even meet the kids. I got to make sure me and him click before I introduce him to the kids because I don't want to introduce somebody to the kids. They get used to him and then they go. So, yeah, it's going to be trial and error, okay? So, and then he has to have his own house because you're going to want to break away from the kids. So you're going to need your own house to go to, get a breakaway, and then you can come back and visit, and then I'll have an escape. I can hire me a babysitter and come to your house when I just want to break away. So yeah, it's going to be a while though. It is definitely going to be a while before I even think about dating. But yeah, I don't even want to go into that because that's a whole nother topic. So that's what we will talk about for the next podcast. We will talk about me being celibate for 5 years. And then I'll probably also talk about my baby daddies because a lot of people ask me about the girls' dads. So that's what we will talk about. Yep. That's going to be a very interesting podcast. Depending on how I feel tomorrow, because it's going to be, well, today, later tonight, it's going to be like Friday. I might, um, I might do that podcast tomorrow night. But considering the topic, I would have to do it once all the girls are asleep. So if they go to sleep early enough, I'll go ahead and shoot that video. If not, I may do it Saturday morning when I get up. But I like doing it at the end of the night. I like the little vibes. So we might do it at the end of the night. Yeah. And then my vlogs and stuff can be during the daytime and stuff like that. Perfect. But yeah, I done went on and on. I'm over an hour, so I'm about to end this video because it's already 3 o'clock, and I said I wanted to be asleep by at least 4, so that way if I wake up like around 8 or 9, I can have at least 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Like I'm so tired, I couldn't even remember what I was gonna say. Yeah, so if I wake up around 8 or 9, I can at least have 4 or 5 hours of sleep. But I might go ahead and try to sleep to maybe like 10, maybe 10, because then I could get a good at least maybe 5 or 6 hours of sleep. And I'm already kind of tired, and I know when I go eat something real quick, it should go ahead and knock me out while I'm watching my video. And I started to drink another Red Bull because I started feeling that tired feeling. But I was like, nah, just go ahead and make the video, and that will keep you up. But I've been talking for over hours, so now the sleep is hitting me, y'all. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this little mini diary podcast. Maybe that's what we'll call these videos. Diary podcast. Or y'all drop down below what type of what we should name the podcast videos, like diary podcast. But I don't want to say diary podcast because we will be talking about some current events and stuff. But you know what? Yeah, we'll probably call them diary podcasts because for the current events, I can just make the title the current event or whatever current events I'll be talking about. So yeah, and then I could probably use their pictures and stuff in the screenshots and stuff. Yeah, so that's probably what we'll do. But yeah, let me get ready to go to bed, y'all, because I'm already over an hour. So as soon as I get up tomorrow, I'm going to give the girls their breakfast. My anxiety is high about talking to my landlord because I hope he just works with me with what I have right now. And after I figured that out, I'm going to edit this video, drop this video, and start working on my TikTok shop products because tomorrow's Friday, so I'll probably just go ahead and drop like 4 or 5 products. Like I did not delete. I wish I could have deleted, but TikTok don't like when you delete videos. But I did private a lot of my TikTok videos right before I made this video because before I made this video, I went in my prayer closet and I just had a good prayer. And like I boohoo cried to God. I thanked him for the blessing that he sent me. And I just promised to make things better and do right. And I just asked him to watch over me and my kids. And then I came out here and I privated all of those videos on TikTok because now I really want to focus on my digital products and making good product content and stuff. So I don't want you to go to my page and see me crying and begging for help all over my page. Like I got a good chunk of what I got, so I'm just gonna put it or what I need. So I'm just gonna put it in God's hands and hope that I can make some money this weekend on my digital products to get the rest of what we need for the balance owed and for June. But I'm about to go hard, y'all. I'm about to go hard with this content. And we don't know what's going to happen with TikTok. So, like I said, y'all going to see me a lot more on YouTube. Especially since we about to start the podcast, y'all. Okay. All right. I need to go to bed because I done almost talked my battery out. So let me hurry up and end this video before this battery dies. I love y'all, besties. Drop down in the comments what y'all want to talk about.